TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Yes, it is. Welcome, everybody. It is January 21st. It's a Thursday, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. You know what? On today's show, I'm going to be joined by Mr. David Coltrane. He is a Sustainable Agriculture Resources Program Specialist. That just means he's in charge of the ag program at Seward County Community College in Liberal. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff that he's got going on. In the meantime, let's look at some happenings. A man from Hays, Kansas was killed Wednesday in a one-vehicle crash. Kansas Highway Patrol troopers report the crash occurred around 2:30 p.m. on Highway K4, about 13 miles northeast of Dighton. The Kansas Highway Patrol said a 2013 Kenworth semi pulling a trailer was westbound on K4 when it left the highway for an unknown reason. The vehicle went down an embankment and rolled once, ejecting the driver. He was pinned beneath the trailer and died as a result of the crash. Now, troopers say the driver, 40-year-old Rodney Carroll of Hays, was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. Yesterday at approximately 4 a.m., officers of the Garden City Police Department were patrolling the area of 1st and Maple Street when they observed a blue Oldsmobile stop at a stop sign, then pull out into the intersection, nearly striking the patrol vehicle. As officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, the vehicle conducted a U-turn and drove head-on towards the officers. Now, the vehicle stopped directly in front of the patrol unit, and the driver began to exit the vehicle. As officers began to exit the patrol vehicle, the driver re-entered the vehicle and fled. A pursuit was initiated east on Maple Street. Officers pursued the vehicle to the 700 block of East Santa Fe, where the suspect vehicle drove into a backyard and fled on foot. Officers located the suspect, 26-year-old Francisco Moreno, hiding inside a residence in the 700 block of East Santa Fe. Moreno resisted arrest and was taken into custody after a brief struggle and transported to the Finney County Jail. Well, over the last few weeks, Ford County commissioners have been looking into the possibility of an English-only policy for all county workers. The purpose was to streamline the workplace and create a safer and more efficient environment. But after their most recent commission meeting, the county has decided to drop the proposed policy. The proposal sparked a lot of discussion in and around the community, and county leaders say they took the feedback into consideration before making their decision. Ultimately, commissioners said they couldn't find enough evidence of a problem to pass the policy. The Garden City man claimed a $1 million Powerball cash prize yesterday morning. The lucky winner, who wished to remain anonymous, matched the first 5 numbers but not the Powerball to win the large cash prize in the January 13 Powerball drawing. Now, the Garden City winner picked his own winning numbers on a $10 ticket and was literally 2 digits away from matching the Powerball number and the winning record-breaking Powerball jackpot of $1.6 billion. Now remember, we have the Powerball drawing live every Wednesday and Saturday at 9:59 p.m. right here on TV23, not just when the jackpot is $1.6 billion. Southwest Medical Center introduced technology upgrades for patients this month with the installation of 2 new ultrasound units in the diagnostic imaging department. Patients receiving ultrasound imaging at Southwest Medical Center will have higher quality images available through this new equipment, in addition to many other benefits. Now, the addition of the ultrasound units followed installation of a 64-slice CT scanner back in 2015 and a dual-head nuclear imaging camera during the 24 season? I don't know. Southwest Medical Center's diagnostic imaging department continues to grow. Well, its vice chairman remains the same, but the newest member of the Seward County Commission is now its chairman. Tuesday evening, the commission voted on its leadership for 2016, and prior to that vote, 2 candidates, Jim Rice and Nathan McCaffrey, were nominated to head up the board. Rice himself nominated McCaffrey, with Vice Chairman Randy Malin nominating Rice. When the vote was taken, 4 of the commissioners voted in favor of McCaffrey. McCaffrey joined the commission just last year after being chosen as a candidate to replace outgoing Commissioner Doug Lafreniere. And the Supreme Court yesterday ruled in favor of Kansas officials seeking to reinstate the death penalty for 3 men, including 2 brothers, convicted in a crime spree known as the Wichita Massacre. The justices ruled 8-1 that the Kansas Supreme Court was wrong to overturn the sentences of Jonathan and Reginald Carr and Sidney Gleason, who was convicted in a separate case. Now, the state court said juries in both cases should have been told that evidence of the men's troubled childhoods and other factors weighing against a death sentence did not have to be proved beyond a reasonable doubt. The lower court also had ruled that the Carr brothers should have had separate sentencing hearings instead of a joint one. Now, the Supreme Court said the Kansas court's reasoning was flawed on both counts. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Stick around. I'll be back with your forecast and weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. We've got a traveler out here. We're looking east of Ingalls, or west of Ingalls, U.S. Highway 50. We're looking back west towards Dodge City. Looks a little gloomy out there. Going to be a little gloomy today, just saying. Looking at our readings here at the studio, 33 degrees, relative humidity 81%. That's kind of going down because it was higher than that a little bit ago. Winds are out of the north at 19. Barometric pressure is on the rise. As we look at the current temps around the area, everybody pretty much in the 30s and 40s until you get over here in the eastern part of the viewing area. They've had some snow over here, and there's that front that is moving through, so it's still a little cooler off over to the east. Looking at our current dew points, everybody in the 20s except for Hayes, a little drier, and everybody else at 18. Looking at our wind speeds, everybody is out of the north. Guyman, 31. Everybody else pretty much in the 20s and teens. Highs and lows as recorded yesterday at the Garden City Regional Airport. I didn't think it got to 46 yesterday, but by golly, it did. 78, the record back in 1986. Overnight low 17, minus 10 back in 1978. Looking at our forecast for today, only going to be 38. Going to be mostly cloudy all day long. Winds are going to be out of the north at 24, gusting to 34 to 35. Yeah, it's going to be breezy today. And then tonight, partly cloudy, low of 20 degrees. Winds are going to lay down just a little bit, but not a whole lot out of the north-northwest at 17. And then tomorrow, lots of sunshine. High of 46 going into our weekend. Winds are going to be out of the north-northwest at 8 miles an hour starting out tomorrow afternoon. They'll switch around to be easterly. Tomorrow night, 23 for the low, mostly clear. Winds are going to switch just a little bit around to the south-southeast at 9. Other than that, not a bad night. You can see they took the precipitation out that was scheduled for Sunday and Monday on our 7-day. Looking at Friday and Saturday, nice and warm and sunshiny all the way up through Sunday. We do have a cool front that's coming through on Monday. We will drop down into the 40s, but other than that, not too bad. Lows are going to pretty much stay in the 20s. That's a look at the weather. Be back with the markets and Mr. David Coltrane after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great, and for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org. Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Welcome back. I'm now joined on set by Mr. David Coltrane. He is a Sustainable Agricultural Resources Program Specialist. Did I get all that right?
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Chris.
David, that is a huge title.
That's correct.
But you have a huge job, I'm learning.
Right, yes.
Basically, you're in charge of the ag program at Seward County Community College Area Technical School.
Well, I'm
you have a lot to do with it.
Well, I'm the senior one. We do have two ag instructors that I would say were cold in charge of it.
Okay. But so tell me a little bit, give me a little quick synopsis of the ag program at Seward County.
Okay, well, we do have 4 areas of emphasis. Livestock, which we've come back, that's kind of new this year, or again, livestock, agronomy, and ag business. Those 3 are kind of similar to probably many community colleges across Kansas. But we have a unique one, and that's what I call the vegetables and fruits emphasis. And that's definitely what I'm in charge of, and that's the part that used to be called sustainable agriculture. Okay,
so this sustainable program is kind of unique to Seward County Community College in the state of Kansas, and there's not many of these in the country either, is there?
That's correct, especially in the Midwest. Now, if you get on the East and West Coast, I'm assuming that there might be more of these kind of programs like we're doing, but ours is unique in this area.
That's pretty slick. Okay, but now how do you, with the sustainable? Tell me about the sustainable agriculture program that you're in charge of.
Well, and I would like to say the way I define sustainable is production agriculture, and then there's 3 P's: profit, people, and planet. So that's why I definitely emphasize, especially to our students. And so ours is to make profit and to show people how you can be sustainable and be profitable in growing vegetables and fruits.
All right, so you get to the profit part, but what about where does the sustainable part come in?
Well, the sustainable is the fact, well, there's many ways of using sustainable, but the sustainable is the fact, oftentimes it's the planet part where we're not going to make the resource we have of land disappear. Well, in fact, in this part of the world, the real part of sustainable agriculture is about water. I mean, how
that is a big topic right now is water in Southwest Kansas.
Right.
Okay. Well, and the other thing about the land, I mean, there's not going to be any more of it.
No, and we don't want to mine it. I mean, we don't want to mine it, and in like 50 years, it's good for nothing. But that's kind of the purpose behind the word sustainable, in my estimation.
Okay. Well, now you have, with all the sustainable stuff coming up, you have 3 public programs that you're going to be putting on here fairly soon, right?
Yes. Business and Industry at our community college puts on many public education programs, and I am doing 3 of them. And that's How Does Your Garden Grow, which will be March 24th, Ultimate Landscape, April 7th, and then Container Gardening on April 21st. These are all Thursday evenings at 6 o'clock. And you need to call Joy, and her number is 417-1173 to enroll for those classes.
Okay, we'll get that up on our webpage for those people out there that want to do it. Now, container gardening, okay, I understood the other 2. Container gardening,
that's flowers, growing flowers in pots.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's more understandable. I'll go, am I going to grow like onions in a pot or something, or what am I going to do? Okay. All right. Now let's get back to your sustainable thing that you got going on out here. Now you got a big thing coming up that you want to really concentrate on, and it's something to do with, and you called them incubator plots, correct?
Yes. One of the very unique things that we have, and again, that don't know if anybody else in the country has it. We got a grant from the Kansas Department of Agriculture. They're specialty crop grants. And well, for that matter, we got 2, Seward County did, and they only awarded 5. So 2 of the 5 from Kansas Department of Agriculture. But this one is just focusing on people being able to learn how to grow vegetables. You actually have a 1/4 acre plot, and you can do anything you want to with that plot. But to be successful and not lose money, you kind of got to play by the rules, and I guess I'm a rule maker, a rule setter. So our rules to follow.
You're what? Okay.
Right.
You're the landlord.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
They can use our equipment. Well, the main thing is you enroll in a class, 3 classes: spring, summer, fall. It's an evening class, 6 o'clock Thursday evenings. And with that class, you also and fees, then you get to use all our equipment. All the seeds are already purchased, and everything. You don't have any expense more to grow on this 1/4 acre.
Now, and this is something that anybody can do, right?
Yes.
You don't have to be necessarily a student at Seward County Community College.
Well, not
correct.
Currently a student. When you enroll, when you
Well, yeah.
sign
Once
up
you
with-
enroll,
then you are a student.
Okay, got you.
Yes, but no, I figured it would be what's called the non-traditional people. Somebody has an 8 to 5 job and wants to. Well, what I want them to realize, they can quit their 8 to 5 job and do this for full time and have more fun doing it. Probably make more money.
Well, we were talking before we went on the air, and you were talking about, vegetables and those types of and fruits being grown in Southwest Kansas back in the 50s.
Yes, this used to be, and I hear this somebody, an old timer will tell me, oh, we used to grow this, and it's just amazing to me that 50, 60 years ago, there were some specialty crops, and we're not void of them now. In Southwest Kansas, there's 5,000 acres of potatoes. That's a vegetable, and it is a successful enterprise that people are doing.
Okay, but here's the big thing, and people will look at, we're not that far from the Colorado border, and they're really known. You get over into the Rocky Ford area, and you talk about watermelons and cantaloupes and the vegetables and things they grow over there. It's not that much different here than it is over there, correct?
Not different at all. In fact, we're better off than they are, and they are going down in production because their water situation is worse than ours. And so the market is already there. I had a person, in K-State Research and Extension is in charge of, used to be the Extension state leader. He was in my office when I was an Extension agent and said, Kansas should start taking over some of Colorado. They already got the market established. So yes, the time is ripe for this to become a lot bigger thing.
You had an idea when we were talking before the show, and this is fascinating, so listen up. You said, you get these farmers, you got a 160-acre section, but you don't farm the corners. Well, they do, but they're dry land.
Right.
But if a guy would go in there and say, put that 30 acres of 4 corners into, say, watermelon, you're going to grow more of a crop than you are trying to dry land corn or milo it, right?
Right. Now, watermelons need some water, but only about 20% as much as corn. And,
sure.
And they don't, well, the fact is you would be competing in area-wise, well, especially cantaloupes, which are similar to watermelons. The areas of the country that grow cantaloupes for the whole country, they're in desert areas, Arizona and things like that. So we have too much water. Well, in comparison, the K-State had research showing, they have a publication from the 1960s, we should be national competitors in the cantaloupe business for the world, for the United States, against and competing against California and Arizona.
David, you got to come back and see me because we are running out of time. You need to come back because we got a lot more to cover.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
But we're going to put up information on how you can get a hold of David at Seward County Community College. Get out there and talk to this guy. Get one of those incubator plots because you got 8 plots available, right?
Right.
And anybody can sign up, become a student at Seward County Community College, and learn how to more about sustainable agriculture.
Right. And I would like, we have a meeting February 2nd, figure out or find out about that, an all-day meeting. It's called Specialty Crops, Production, Marketing, Management. You can learn even more because you'll have a whole day to listen to me.
All right, we're gonna put your contact. Where am I? I'm over here. We're gonna put your contact information up on our website. Get a hold of this guy. This is kind of some fascinating stuff. Thanks for coming in today, David.
Well, thank you for having me.
You bet. And I'm gonna have you back. Stick around. I'll be back with more after this. Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
And welcome back. I'll tell you what, you need to get a hold of David Coltrane at Seward County Community College. That's a slick deal. Hey, let's talk about a little bit of sports. The NFL has its first full-time female coach. Catherine Smith was promoted by the Buffalo Bills yesterday to take over as special teams quality control coach. I have no idea what that is. On Rex Ryan's staff, she will assist special teams coordinator Danny Crossman and his assistant Eric Smith, filling the role that was opened by Michael Hamlin after he decided to not come back. And, we're going to talk about this tomorrow more with Dr. Jack tomorrow. But did you hear about the Sunday's playoff games with the Patriots? The referees forgot the balls at the hotel. They left them at the hotel. Who does that? Anyway, let's take a last look at our weather. Temperature is 35 degrees. Relative humidity is dropping 78%. Winds are picking up a little bit out of the north at 21. Barometric pressure on the rise. As we look at our weekend coming up, it's going to be pretty nice. The chance of snow on Sunday, Monday's gone. It's going to be a little cooler on Monday, but sunshine coming back on Tuesday and Wednesday. Lows in the 20s. Go out and make it a great Thursday, everybody. Be back here with Dr. Jack tomorrow. See ya.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Something I feel when I'm right here.